Hello there, I'm Zara Fagan, PhD. I'm the author of the book Minimalist Homeschooling, and I'm the creator of Simple is the New Smart. And I want to talk to you today about how to work and homeschool and stay sane. So this is video number 2 in a 2-part series. I previously talked about 5 ways to logistically manage your work and homeschool. Today I want to talk about how we stay sane while we do both. So go ahead, grab a piece of paper, grab a pencil. I'm going to try to go quickly through these 5 tips. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and let's get started. First things first, I want you to sleep. I don't know who started glorifying that we should burn the candle at both ends, but it doesn't work. There's plenty of research out now, guys, proving that our sleep is vitally important, and I want you to prioritize it. Why? Because it seems that sleep is the first thing that people want to sacrifice when the rubber hits the road. And this isn't wise because we lose our productivity when we lose our sleep. We become irritable. It's more likely that we will feel overwhelmed, and it's a quick way to burn out. So do not sacrifice your health and your happiness for homeschooling and hustling. It won't work in the long run. So prioritize sleep. I do not happen to get up at some god-awful hour before my children. It doesn't work for our family. It doesn't work for me. If that works for your family, by all means, keep doing it. But also make sure then that you're going to bed at a reasonable hour. Today, I'm giving you permission to sleep when it works for your family. You don't necessarily have to get up early and go to bed early if you're a night owl, but make sure that you're sleeping then in the morning. Number 2 is I want you to reconsider your self-care routine. So self-care does not equal self-indulgence. Self-care equals self-preparation. So I want you to think about what will help you be at the best for the multiple jobs that you have in your life. There are a lot of people depending on you, and I know you want to be at your best. So how can you do that physically, mentally, spiritually? A lot of things that we choose for self-care are not only good for us in one aspect, but they actually benefit us in all 3 of those aspects, right? Going for a walk, going for a run, good for us oftentimes physically as well as mentally and spiritually. So think about things that will be motivating for you to do so that you can truly feel like you're at your best. Not only is it important for you to do the best at all of these jobs you have as a parent, as a spouse, as a teacher, but it's also important that you set a good example for these children who are watching how you take care of yourself. So rethink your self-care, make it a priority, because we all want you to be awesome at what you do. Everybody around you benefits when you're awesome instead of crazy. So number 3, I want you to mandate free time, quiet time, downtime, whatever you want to call it. I want you to mandate a little bit of space in your days, in your weeks, and in your year. So for example, most days when we're done with our most important things that my children need to do with me for their school, we have an hour or 2 of quiet time. This is a time when I do the things that will most bring me peace, right? So yes, I may have a toddler climbing all over my lap. Yes, somebody may have a question for me while this is going on, but this is when I do those things that will bring me the biggest sense of peace. And my children know that this is a time when they are working or playing independently. You can decide how your quiet time or free time or downtime is going to look in your family, but please make sure that you are allowing a little bit of space, some margin, some breathing room, so that when things are on your mind and when you need to get things done, you have that space during the day. Also consider implementing some sort of margin in your week. This can be as simple as a day where you don't have to be anywhere. There are no set appointments. There are no set activities, just one day a week, maybe more if you can, where you have the option of staying home and getting things done without being obligated to go anywhere or be anywhere at a certain time. That sort of margin can really help you keep your sanity when you're trying to work and homeschool. Finally, think about this on an annual level as well. When are you going to take some downtime from working and or homeschooling? It's really tempting to homeschool year round. There are so many benefits to this, but the entire family does need a little bit of downtime. How is that going to look for you on an annual basis? All right. Number 4, minimalist homeschooling. I would not be able to work and homeschool if I did not have a process for designing a homeschool that is focused, valuable, and simple. Okay, so I'm not going to recreate the wheel here. There are a lot of resources available about minimalist homeschooling that I've put out. I'm going to link down below, but the idea here, guys, is to get really intentional about your homeschool so that it doesn't explode into this big unmanageable beast that we're not sure how we can possibly fit into our days. We get overwhelmed, we feel burnt out. Okay, so really get intentional about your homeschooling. Look into some minimalist homeschooling resources if this is where you need help. And let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is get a dream team. So anybody who has risen to the top of their game doing anything hasn't done it alone. They've done it with mentors, coaches, trainers, nutritionists, you name it. Wherever their weakness is, wherever they need support, wherever they need education, these people are seeking out those resources. So if you feel like you have a weakness in your work, if you feel like you have a weakness in your homeschool, in your housekeeping, as a spouse, whatever it is, look for mentors, trainers, coaches, teachers, not even something that you necessarily have to pay for, but go ahead and give yourself the support and the training that you need to be the person that you want to be. Because we do end up feeling really defeated if we can't do the best we want to do. So prop yourself up, give yourself that support so that you can go into the world confidently doing all of these jobs, knowing that you are honestly at your best. So that's what I have today, guys. I'd love to hear in the comments what other questions you have about working and homeschooling. Maybe I'll make a video in the future answering just your question. I would love to do that. So leave me a comment. Go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you check out the resources down below I have for you. And until I see you again, I am wishing you all the simple things. Bye-bye.